What up, traders? What up, investors? Today we're going to be looking at some of the most ill-advised, you can call dumbest or dankest trades here on Wall Street Bets that we've seen this week. A lot of earnings kind of came out. We have some people doing some YOLO swings and things like that. And we're just going to kind of look at the overall performance. Again, we always look at the high and the low of things and just trying to put in some perspective around some of these absolutely insane trades. So first and foremost, let's get the ball rolling here. This is a Chronic Johnson, basically nuking, giving his 401k a big, his Roth IRA a big kiss goodbye. Looks like it was probably around like $23,000, and due to the overall downturn in the markets and him trying to live that bear life, as he said, basically coming right back down to looks like $11,000 or $12,000, basically cutting his IRA account in half. So I hope the best for this guy. Hopefully he's not in his early years of retirement and he's still a young gun, willing to continue to grow his portfolio. That being said, we have another individual here not doing a probably ill-advised strategy, just dumping in money. Hopefully learned a huge lesson. Basically opened a margin account with about $2,500. In about 1 month, he lost a total liquidity with a cash settled being negative here. And then I had to laugh at this. This is one good thing. The good thing is the Canadian dollars aren't real. So this is kind of funny. This is again due to the life of a Wall Street Bets user of just throwing away burning cash for no apparent reason. Now the next couple ones we're going to be going into more of the chart side of things. So this is someone who posted his positions. Again, this was due to the overall sell-off in the market, but being down 6% here, again, that's nothing too crazy. But then some of these call options are down 50, 40%, 50% here. Look, I don't know what the price target for this is because it doesn't, I guess it doesn't tell me directly. It looks like the Tesla 1000 something. I guess it's the 1000 call he bought. We got the Facebook call here for 220. We got Lululemon for 227. We got Beyond Meat for 200. Netflix for 485. That should have came in actually for a little bit. So let's go ahead and pop up the trading window here, and we're gonna move this to the side, and we're just gonna go down the list really fast here, and we're gonna go through play. So that's Dave and Buster's. So that's probably should have been a short play, to be quite honest, because I don't know how they're making money, if Dave and Buster's are open or not. They're a restaurant / entertainment arcade kind of thing, and they've just been in a terrible downtrend, well below the 21 exponential moving average here. Looking for potential more downside. If it wants to kind of become more of a bullish play, we need it to break around the $11.50 to $12, but the momentum is trying to push it lower. Next is Nvidia. That's a really good name there as well. They have an earnings coming out next week, it looks like the 21st, so that's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So Thursday after the bell, Nvidia trading at basically near all-time highs. Huge earnings coming out. A lot of chip makers kind of been hit and miss depending on the overall environment. Some are signaling strength, some are not. But this trade, buying the 370, that's going to be kind of a very risky play here in the sense of what the options are going to say. The options are saying plus or minus $30 from where we're at right now. That kind of lines up to the very tippy top of the chart pattern that we're looking at from basically around, let's call it 320. Going to be looking, it's going to be pretty on the tippy top, and again, it's going to be past the 1 deviation to looking at the 2 deviation channel, and by doing that, we can kind of see here potentially picking it off. It's already trading at its 2 deviation channel with the overall probably momentum of the strength going into earnings. So this could pop off depending on earnings. Again, it could pop lower, $30 lower from the current price they're saying. So we're looking at around well over around 290 popping below the 21 exponential moving average. Next on the chart we have, let's see, let's go, should have gone the other way. Netflix. Sorry about that. That was absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so Netflix, he is betting on, he's putting good time on it. So this is not actually the dumbest trade, but he is super long a lot of positions, hoping for good profits here. This could be kind of dangerous. Again, a lot of these are calls are out of the money. Again, that's why it kind of falls onto not the most advised trading in the sense of just buying all out of the money calls and hoping and praying for a potential kick to that price. If it works out, it's lovely, isn't it? But if it doesn't, it's not really pretty. So Netflix looking for 285, but he's giving himself some time. He's looking at basically a month out from now. We can look at those options there. So we're going to go to the monthly options, plus or minus $50. So he's in the right area. He's in the right zip code. But again, God bless you on that. It's going to be a difficult one for sure. And then we're just going to jump down to Tesla. The other ones are not really interesting. Again, I'm pretty sure the Tesla $1,000 call is so saturated with everyone just trying to buy this. Where is the $1,000? We're seeing, again, this is a weekly option, and we're seeing well over 2,200 open interest on it. So if we close this and probably put it to like the monthly, you're going to see a pretty huge spike. I'm going to guess well over 5,000. I was close. About 4,000 open interest on the monthlies. So again, if you wanted to be a little bit more time efficient, he would have rolled it to probably the 19th of June to be able to get a little more time on his trade. Again, Tesla, completely mind of its own, not trading with the market. It just kind of does its own thing. And again, I think a lot of people are betting on, like this individual most likely is betting on battery day. If the battery day is going to be popping off and everyone's going to be giving high fives, and somehow Tesla is going to do some complete witch magic charcuterie board kind of style witchcraft with their batteries. I don't know why I said charcuterie board. I'm hungry. But it's going to be a surprise. Like it's a surprise every day, honestly, with Tesla. Let's be honest. Like last week there he's fighting with California. The week before that he had a baby. The week before that he said his stock price is overvalued. Like that just happened in 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, Godspeed on that. And then another one here. This is the one that I was just like, oh, like this is just so dumb, dude. Just completely. This is probably one of the dumbest trades I've seen in such a long time. Again, if this individual did it right, it would have been fantastic. He would have been praised for it. But that didn't happen. And he was betting. So the title is a 41K SQ put, bought 1 minute before the close. Let's go. Okay, so SQ was just Square, had earnings the other day, and this individual purchased, what did he buy? He bought 125 contracts, okay? Let's see here, that are expiring that week. Since this, let's see what those could be at. He bought the 68 put for $3.30. So let's pull up SQ. As you know, they did well on earnings. So he was, again, placed the bet here the day before earnings. Then looking for 68 put, buying. He bought it in the money, so that was a very brazen bet as well. Looking at the options chain here, again, the 68 put is basically trading at 0, and I wonder if this is his. There's a lot of open interest out there, probably sold it. So 68 put basically went to 0. We can kind of see this once we send it to this chart here. You'll see here basically earnings happened here most likely on the 7th. Of course, he paid 3 something for it. Of course, once the market took the earnings and the earnings went higher, of course, that premium, the IV just out of that option, and it just traded to next to zero for the next couple days while SQ was just continuously trading higher. So this is why, if he would have just limited his risk on, not first of all, not putting in 40K into one play on earnings. Again, earnings is a complete coin flip. He was literally just like going to Vegas and putting it all on black, even though you have a inkling of something or whatever. It's very strange that that individual would just do that. It's kind of brazen and kind of ill-advised, and again, that's why we're calling it some of the dumbest and stupidest trades there, in the sense of just like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you don't like money? Like, you're just throwing it away. Like, you could, like, again, it's entertainment for some people. That actually kind of, it hurts my feelings. That being said, SQ's been pushing higher. We do like it. It's still between the 5 and 8 exponential moving average. This momentum is going to keep you higher. If it comes down to 69, if it closes below it, that could be a trend reversal here. But again, the 21's been holding pretty steady for the last month or so there. So that was that guy's trade. And then this last one is, this guy said, I never thought I could fit so many bad decisions in one pick. So it looks like this guy basically did a lot of earnings plays, and they all went the wrong direction. He looked at Uber probably for going lower. That didn't go lower because he kind of spread out his bets between the 28 and 25 put. Of course, Uber went higher for some apparent reason. Net actually took off, and a Roku, I believe, did not too great. I don't actually follow Roku. Let's move these over here. Let's go to Roku. Okay, it dropped on earnings. So he had the 140 call, basically buying it at the money the day of earnings, and then of course comes kind of crashing down and then further lower throughout the week, basically erasing about $1,500 from his account. Same with Twilio and Net. Net was one that we actually liked to the long side, but again, earnings is a complete gamble, and so forth. Again, earnings coming out on Cloudflare, popping off. Basically, he was betting for that makes no sense. He had the 35 call for Net, so he must have sold. He must have posted this the day after earnings, because the 35 call, he was betting for a bigger move than that he guessed. So that money, that option still could be making him money. So let's bring that back over. So it's just a bad day with, I guess, when the market was overall down. Hopefully he didn't exit out of this. This is still, the trend is still intact. So this is with options volume, and the volatility behind an option is just so dramatic, and some people can't stand that. Like, I can't, if I looked at the price value of my options going up and down, I would go crazy. You just gotta kind of look at the chart. Okay, so it had earnings, popped, then it kind of came back between the 5 and the 8, and it continued trading up. Like, it didn't break anything. Like, it wasn't didn't pop off to the upside and continue running. It just didn't pop below the 21 and continue going lower. Like, it's still in the same path on which it was trying to do. So his which was like next month option for the 31, I believe it was, is still pretty much could be in the money. He's still got well over 35 days tradings left. The 30 and the 35, I don't know about the 35, that's kind of far out there, because the move's only a $5 move, and we're trading at 30 now, so that's going to be a little bit around the one deviation of that option, but that 31 is still should be in play and be able for potential profit. Again, it's out of the money. He probably bought at a higher price, and a lot of that IV kind of sucked out of it due to earnings. So yeah, that's pretty intense there. One thing I wanted to share with you guys before we head off here with the dumbest Wall Street bets trades here today. We have a Discord, the Dyslexic Investor Club. It's completely free. It's linked down below on if you want to join. We got about 100 folks in here. We are active, just some trading ideas, some options trading, kind of post things. We kind of look at some funny memes, things like that, some questions from viewers and things like that. So go ahead, just join it, completely free. And also we have a Patreon page as well. If you want some extra content, if you want some extra support, if you want little bit different membership within the Discord, and if you just want to help support the channel, which we greatly appreciate here, go ahead and join that and check that out. And that's also in the description below. Again, guys, this is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.